Thank you for choosing to stay with us. Now, the book Alive Again is a fictional story of a young girl, Nandile Dube, who dreams of becoming a human rights lawyer. Her abusive father's patriarchal view is that education is wasted on girls. Through many challenges, Nandile manages to hold on to her dreams through the help of her earth angels who help her achieve and not to give up on her dreams. The book is written by Andre Eva Bosch, who joins us now from our Cape Town studio. Andre, good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year to you as well. Why the three-minute film, Never Give Up? Why did it have such a major impact on you and it sparked this idea to write this book?
Well, you know, all writers look for sparks that set the creative process going. And in this case, I was very fortunate to see this very simple but very inspired 3-minute long video made by high school learners about a promising dancing student in mid-high school who has a career ahead of her in dancing until she gets raped. And this brings her life to a complete halt until a friend enters the scene, which is a mentor and helps her to reclaim her dreams. And these two very powerful themes I took away with me, and they must have sat somewhere in my subconscious. And when I started writing a youth novel for the prize, this came back. And so Alive Again is testimony to the strength of the human spirit in the form of Nandi, and this testimony to all the angels, as she calls them, who help rape victims reclaim their lives. So that is basically the core of the story.
Andre, but I did hear you mention that you wrote this book specifically to enter this competition. Is that correct?
Well, I started it before the competition, and when I heard about the competition, I finished it. I thought that it would be a suitable entry. I never thought I would win because I was up against writers of youth novels, respected writers in our country, and this is my first youth novel, so I was incredibly delighted and surprised.
Maybe it's because that the protagonist resonates with ordinary girls, that somewhere, and maybe not only women, but with any young man, that there are aspects of this character that is, although it's a work of fiction, has a reality to it that people can relate to.
Well, let's face it, sexual abuse is rife. It's an evil in our country that's everywhere. All of us in some way or another get affected by it. And there are universal themes in this book too, Sam. For instance, the disempowerment of many girls in a society such as ours, which is male-dominated, and where girls are regarded, in Nandi's words, as objects, as cheap things, as throwaway things. So I think, and I hope, and from feedback, it seems that a lot of girls have identified with that problem.
Your emotional hook in this book, I know you're the creator, you tell this story, but it is a work of fiction, but has serious undertones of reality to it. What was your emotional connection to this book when you read it again and sat back and went, wow?
Well, let me say, I was very emotionally invested. Not that rape has ever been close in my inner circle, thankfully for that. But I raised 2 daughters as a single parent, which gave me huge insight into the needs, the threats of young women. Apart from that, during a divorce a few years ago, I decided to write a book about that. And I had to really make conscious my healing process and go deeply into myself to find healing and to reach out to people who could help me. So all this helps writers to create a work of fiction that speaks to other people.
Andre, we're going to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining us from our Cape Town studios. She's the author of Alive Again, and it's won a Youth Literature Prize, the Sanlam Gold 2013 awards. It's a must-read. It's available in all good bookstores. And, of course, she joins us from our Cape Town studios, so we're going